happens is your receivable balance continue to grow from the state, and a couple $1 million due and payable from them at the end of June, which obviously will continue to grow as well. Because what happens in 2012, just for your information, that 30% holdback now becomes 40%. So the extra 10% of your roughly $7 million of state aid will be about $700,000 more that they will borrow in fiscal 2012. So you will see some cash flow challenges. You do have, obviously, with the local bank, the line of credit for those swings, just because of the fact that the state isn't paying those dollars on as timely of a basis as you need to pay salaries and operating costs and those types of things. So it is a challenge for all school districts, and you are certainly in that same boat as far as just from the cash flow standpoint. You look at the bottom of page 20, you do see the kind of the variance from month to month too in the cash flow. And there are several months during the year where there are some significant deficits. There can be other funds that can help manage those cash flow temporary deficits, but overall, certainly will continue to be a challenge for the district, as it will for all districts in Minnesota, because of the extra state aid holdbacks that the state is doing for 2012. So we hope it gets better soon. Never know. Probably not. Probably a few years yet before things come back the other way. So. A couple final comments then. Page 21, just a nice summary of what happened during the year. Total revenues, again, we talked about 10.9 million, expenditures 10.7. So you did have a surplus in operations of 219,000. You did also sell a piece of property for 302,000 to bring your beginning fund balance of 720,000 up to 1,242,535. That is your total fund balance in the general fund. As I mentioned, there are restrictions on a good portion of that, about 2/3 of it, which is down below in the components of the fund balance. You do see the operating capital, about 675,000. That's restricted based on the state calculations and expenditures. Deferred maintenance, about 120,000. There's some committed for retirement benefits, and then the unassigned balance, which is kind of the unreserved, if you want to say, and what they use for statutory operating debt calculations, those types of things. That's the 274,947 that we talked about just a minute ago. So good news on the fund balance side, but bad news because the state's been basically borrowing all your cash, so the cash position is much more challenged than the fund balance. I would make just a comment though on fund balance per se, the unassigned fund balance. A lot of districts will shoot for anywhere 1 to 3 months of operating expenditures in that unassigned fund balance, as you can see, with roughly $1 million a month in expenditures. You can kind of gauge where you would want that to be in the long term based on that 1 to 3